Yo, what is good, my anime people? What is good, yo? Black Clover, what is going on, man? Holy. So, this week of Black Clover, we truly saw something overpowered, okay? We've seen something overpowered before, but this is pretty overpowered. I mean, Vanessa going into such a scared state of losing her bonds, of losing everything with her family, goes absolutely nuts, and yeah, she kind of pulls out a way to do the thing that the queen has wanted all along, which is to be able to control destiny. And just by saying that alone, you can already understand where this is going. Like, that is broken. That is so broken. Um, but I mean, it makes sense. And hear me out. Hear me out. It only makes sense because what else would have stopped Asta, a man who absorbed a spirit who pretty much Yuno has on his side? It's like if Yuno took all of his power. I guess okay. Let me reframe this by saying we don't know if the spirits are all equal on term of power unless someone does know they're all equal, which would mean the wind is the same strength as the fire, and the fire would be the same strength as blah 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 blah. Okay, but I think there's a reason why they're elemental. It's because maybe some elements are better than others just naturally by whatever it means. But whatever the case, in my logic, these spirits are equal in my opinion. They're equal in the sense of as good as fire, as good as water, as good as wind. They're as good as that to the same degree. If they both powered up, they would be about the same level just with that power alone. And then the magic caster that they have chosen amplifies that to the next level. So, um, if we're saying that if someone like even maybe attacked a whole guy and he absorbs all of it, and he pretty much then goes against Asta and does nothing but pretty much run and dodge the whole entire time and still gets bodied because the anti-magic sword will work the same way against anybody. You know, it's always going to affect the magic that you are casting or affect the magic that you possess. And after seeing this, it's so funny to me to just know that, hey, we're going to continuously, see people get stronger somehow. And Asta was like at the top. He's at the pinnacle of what he's, pretty much kind of seemingly going to become. Like this power is the power that gave him the choice of using the sword in the first place. So um, if this isn't the power that he's been seeking, how much deeper does the well go? So I have a feeling we're pretty close to almost where he thinks the max is, and then if they really want to go further and further with the everything, they could drop another power level or drop another like completed demon or something because he only has one wing, and that's another reason why he had half control in this week's episode was because only one half of his body is covered. So what if all of his body was covered and he was in full control? Is kind of what I feel like they're going with here. Um, Let me know what you guys think. If you haven't read the manga and they spoiled it already. um, but yeah, if that is the case, that would be pretty dope. But regardless, we're looking at him bodying all that. Now try to picture something that can defeat that level of power of absorbing all of that plus having your own magic and still being on the defensive and pretty much losing, so when I hear all that and I think of just where the show has gone from where it started, that is ridiculous. So to see a cat that not necessarily has combat skill, but has the skill to change the freaking future or change the events that had just occurred. We literally saw verbatim Asta destroying people. She literally didn't even, I don't even think she realized she witnessed these murders um, after she takes it back. I think she is not affected. Hold on. She is not affected by actually seeing, okay, so she sees it, but then when actually it rewinds, she didn't see it. But the person who doesn't have a bond actually knows that that is happening. Unless the queen is just that much better than like most people, and she can realize something like that that maybe others wouldn't have been able to realize in that situation. Then I guess that would make more sense because she's like, I'm perfect, and she even has like the way to control blood, so maybe that's another way that it's easily seeable and she's not forgetting stuff. I'm not sure why she wasn't forgetting what was happening, but if everybody didn't forget that it was happening, I hope that they explain that next week. But at the same time, guys, Noelle would remember that she was had her head chopped off, that she was stabbed in the stomach, you know, and then that she then had to witness the other guy who can't get a girl get cut in half. Like they would have all witnessed that, and Asta would also be living. I mean, he's supposedly unconscious, but if he was stopping himself from doing something he thought was wrong, how are you unconscious? You're still, well, I mean, you could play with it a little bit. Like either he was unconscious or he was subconsciously still like being able to hear what was going on and stuff like that. So that's why he tried to stop himself. I mean, why would he let himself go at one point to fight somebody that he knew he needed to fight and then try to stop himself when he needed to stop? So seemingly he can tell somewhat of what's going on in his surroundings when this stuff is happening. So he would have to live with all of this that's going on. The one thing I did not expect this episode to do was to literally keep us in this whole entire scenario seamlessly. Like I was, well, I mean, sure there was the backstory that led all the way up to the part of us knowing that Yami, freed her. We at least get like an understanding. Oh my God, I'm okay. That was dead again. We got an understanding of a little bit of where that was coming from, but at the same time, it was, um, we're just like, oh, he showed up and saved her, or he showed up and maybe it was his mission that he was sent on. But seemingly he was just roaming through some forest, and he's surprised that when he got there, all these women were chasing him out because he was a man. So he literally went into a forest of witches and kind of solos them, like without probably killing any. Um, so not only is he holding back and not trying to actually, take out this place, he's literally just trying to get away. He's just leaving pretty much and covering his back. And he even states to himself that he couldn't take out the old lady. So it just goes to show you at that. And he said right now, like the show is very like aware of how the powers are supposedly looking to people, and that's always good to see. He knows that he would get torched at that state, but someone who can cut through dimensions now, you might have a chance now, Yummy. You just should wee bit of a chance. But yeah, guys, it is Christmas. I hope you guys have a good one. I just wanted to make a couple of quick videos for you guys. So if you did end your Christmas plans relatively quick, you at least got something to watch afterwards because my subscriptions are like dead. Like no one's posted anything, and that's totally fine. But I thought about it, and I had a little bit of time, and I was hoping you guys wouldn't mind the videos being maybe shorter than all the stuff I actually wanted to say on it and stuff like that. And if you guys have anything else you want to add, drop it in the comments down below, and I will read everything because I do enjoy talking to you guys. But yeah, guys, I hope you have a good day, evening, night. I am the Anime G. I'm going to be getting out of here and dropping as much content as possible. Thank you so much for the subs. We keep growing, and I think it's because you guys are sharing. I got some good people out there shouting me out that have faith that my reviews are, truthful. And I like that people are here to hear me spout the truth and not want to change my opinion to something false because it won't happen. And that's kind of what I love about making this community. We can be honest with each other. If you like something that no one else likes, let's talk about it. Um, and I would love to have a reason to watch something that I've never even heard of because someone gave me a good recommendation to. So thank you guys so much. Merry Christmas. And with that, I will talk to you in the next one. All right. Peace.